Mana, they have to trust me or they have to believe me. But I not drunk actually they want to hear the truth. These are the kind of people I am speaking to. I know people have different views, different mirrors, and that's all right to think anyhow you want to think. But at the end of it, I am speaking to people who will left like a Tonya long and will return a Tonya for in unity. Because at the end of it, Tonya and Fiamoti, Maya Longo, will be Sambalanyado, Tonya and Fiamoti, Maya Longo, will be Kafuning Bambandila. Mbadulu, recently Kutema Ban Lebe caring. And I think it's high time because at the end of it, Koning Silongo Yeta, Isilenta, Follow Silongo Kama, Economic daring, Ibe Falale, Imakalamuta, because I'm Silongo Yatina, Ye far, because Isilenta, come like in a war field. If you need Silata, Ekelanyola, basically I along with Silatale. At the end of it, prior far is very simple. Or prior kukul ninkela is very simple because already I get a silentele. So basically silong offended me alongo. I don't think we should accept it. Well I think it could be sinan nakacha tonyala tonya me alongo wole be sama dilana wole be fen dilana me alongo sama be dem fon jele wala kono. Okay, let's start all this conversation now. I keep saying this, and I'm follow all the time. United Democratic Party, from 2016, Canaan 2018, for 2018 convention, okay, we all know because from 2017, 2018, President Adama Barrow, UDP la tombong, UDP President Barrow Tombong, Lundi at the convention Tombong, and he became the president of the republic. So, to a point, we believe this. Okay, sign President Barrow resigned from UDP. He resigned from UDP basically. Cabral resigned the UDP. After coalitional leadership. Coalitional leadership, but yet still, UDP believe this President Barrow is our President Barrow. That was the belief of the United Democratic Party. That was the belief of the supporters of the United Democratic Party. Already resigned from UDP. In fact, when we were even going on the campaign, at some point, UDP t-shirted the former theater than other political parties t-shirted. UDP t-shirted the former theater than even the coalition quality. That is something me along with Mayo Lonjande. UDP ya mutale afe, UDP na gruta nyolale, UDP na lata nyolale, for I mansaya nyinta ayasodo, I presidency nyinta ayasodo. So but Kabla presidency you should sign. Basically you resign from a party. You resign from a party leadership. So but at that point, there's still one President Barrow being the coalition leader, they still want President Barrow UDP after resigning from the UDP. So for coal starter, President Barrow start paying a starter kan na UDP kiamanul jo, a starter kan na UDP dibitol jo. Jumala mo kalam tajang. Let's call SP. Ule diamo kita jang ko President Barrow kan na UDP dibitol jo, ko President Barrow kan na UDP kiamanul jo. So we see that that action of President Barrow at the time, that was undermining the party. So to a point, now those people, the actors Mele Alongo, they were the one leading that. At some point, we feel like it's no more safe now. Malta even at the executive now. So that is how the likes of Lamin Cham, because Lamin Cham was one of the closest to President Barrow. The likes of Lamin Cham have to, a rule have to come in. From the likes of Lamin Cham, Ude Sise, who has been in the female youth wing for a long time, Ude Sise for Wol Dolu Boda Pati Okono. Wol Dolu Boda executive Okono at some point. Because we feel like President Barrow will call Melekeka. These are the people Melialongo, you know, will action on play camp, and these are the people Melialongo, Melialongo, they were fighting for that cause. So just to protect the party, you know, we have, you know, Noel Bondile, Lamin Cham, but as the youth president of the party. I mean, Ude Fanam from the youth, I mean, from the female wing, I mean, Ude Stefan Bodaye. So basically, if we could do that, Nyata and say, okay, no, you know, I mean, Noel Bondi, I mean, from the executive position, we replace them by other people in 2018 Congress. What do you want to I mean, Sabale, Kual Keta, I mean, there was Kabudul Keta. And when those Kabudus happen, but at the end of it, when we went to Congress, I mean, everything comes together. And remember, that was what caused the departure of Lamin Jatta, because Lamin Jatta was the deputy chairman for West Coast Region (UDP), and Bariswa Cham was the chairman. So, but I mean, at some point there was a particular camp, there was a particular team. I mean, they were grooming. Lamin Jatta to take, Biswa Chamula position in those days. That is why there was a big problem in the UDP Congress in West Coast. This is why Lamin Jatta and the co, at the end of it, they have to leave the party, because we see that these are people, these are the great, these are great enablers of President Barrow. So we feel like, it's not safe for us to allow them to lead, UDP in the region. So Woketa, Bariswa Cham, you know, lost his position, because Bariswa Cham at the time was a presidential advisor, was the president's political advisor. But because of that because of that problem where Bariswa Cham, lost the position as the presidential political advisor, and he remained as the chairman for West Coast region. We'll do again, and we've seen all of them. And that time Kamina for President Barrow, Kamina for Kaminake, is paying our chairmen, is paying some of the party supporters, is paying some of our National Assembly members. It went to a problem, to a position where even a national executive member has to be expelled from the party, because that was how Alaji Jawara Nyolu, that was what caused Alaji Jawara, Bilal Tunkara, Abulai Sise, and all this to be expelled from UDP. That was what actually caused it. Because this way people we see them go, they are not pushing the agenda of the party, but instead they are pushing the agenda of President Barrow. And President Barrow was was a member of the party, you know, was the president at the time. But we see him as a member of the party, we adore him, you know, we appreciate him, and we sit in platform and say Barrow is our Barrow. But we feel like they are pushing Barrow's agenda for Barrow to take over the party over Usainu Dabo. From them over there. That was what was said here. Well, for the young. And that was the main reason that Wolu, and the party have to expel them because of their stand, because of the way they are defending Barrow, because of the way they're trying to hijack the party, you know. And those were the people Barrow was paying, Barrow when Wolu Joka. So coming up, so no kata 2020. And 2020 Congress, a lot of things happened in 2020 Congress. A lot of things happened in 2020 Congress. More than 2020 Congress, we went to a presidential election. Before presidential election, a lot of things happened before presidential election. And there was hopes of little changes in 2021. But unfortunately, those changes did not happen. And we went with with Alaji Usainu Dabo, and unfortunately, Natanaka election will lose to Alaji Usainu Dabo. But immediately after we lost the election, in 2021, and we've all seen what happened. A lot of things happened. So many people fold their hands. And some of the people were there to fight, to see that the party come back to its order. Modul Natanana Kanaje, Yeda Katakulke, Kabila Katakulke, party Musanang, we went to a National Assembly election. Kabinda National Assembly election, at the end of it, started to fight back. And we were lucky, alhamdulillah, we were able to secure 15 seats and one independent candidate. We'll make it a new journey. 2022, National Assembly. Later, and then we went to, to a Congress. And when we went to a Congress, there were a lot of things in the Congress. There were intention to do a lot of changes there. But we were very cautious. There are some changes. If you want to do those ones, it's going to affect our future election coming. That is the mayor's election, the chairman's election, the councilor's election. We are all coming, and we were expecting if we do some certain changes, at the executive at the time, it might cause trouble. So we're at some changes happen though, and some of the changes we actually want to do although we have some differences there. There were some chaos, model tema, fitnol binta model tema jere, but at the end of it, Nana ko fitnol befa, that mayor's and chairmanship and councilor's election, and UDP happened to come out with, it's like our Lafongoni started to grow again, like from the National Assembly, we went to the councilorship, we grow, and then we came back to, chairman and mayorship also, we grow there. Na Banyun win, na KMC win, na West Coast win, na LRR win. Nyamo Gambia just school, Gambia just school at some point, and we were even about to win even North Bank, but because cool like the word na man not bank municipal we know. So Ntatao nyama bitakang. But now, cooking mbenya ndakang hatlo to the bag because in their moment baby caring thing. Who were the people Melia Kumas? Jumalaya Kumasi, Jumaleba Kokoma, Numol Melialo, India Mol Be Kumasi. What is their intention? Actually, did we actually know their intention? Now, London from Malo, I'm talking to people with genuine, thoughts. Melialongo, basically, if it's Tonya generally, if it's Tonya, if it's left like a Tonya info. Mol Melialongo, Wollen in Diamo Be Kumas, Mol Melialongo, Wollen in Fitno Be Kumas, Jumala Womulti. And they were speaking for who? This is something we all have to know it. They were speaking for who and what was exactly their intention. You understand? And what was the thought of the people? Molle miro mu minute kabin diamo ni kumasta. Molle mine for kabin diamo kumasta. Molle mine for let's call a spade a spade. Molle mine for kabin diamo ni kumasta. Molle mine for kabin wo molle start. Kawo diamo fintini nang. What was the thought of the people? What should happen at that time? Kawo mol stop. Kajeko ibe menke kang ibe phenomenon falling kang pour phenomenon akana jampa. What was it? Mina wotin badu. Let's call a spade a spade. Because yalo ninko na kenyo kang. Ninko na nyo bunya. Ninko na we have a very good, a unified, a solid political party. We must be bold enough to speak the truth. Right? Nyundiamo Jumbe Jumalea start. And in fact I want to remind people, the likes of Yunus Hydra. Come on. Yunus Hydra is someone Mayor Longo. I UDP Dankale. Ako UDP will never rule this country. So somebody Mayor Longo I UDP Danka. Let's call a spade a spade. Mo Mayor Longo I UDP Dankale. And I Dankale in minute. I UDP Danka then in minute. Let's call a spade I UDP Dankale. Mo me UDP Danka. Ako UDP alama ala danna ala kana Gambia jarabi UDP masakundala. So new Wayajeko UDP is coming up. New Wayajeko UDP at some point allow Duane Boy Kane. He will do whatever to make sure a UDP divide. He will do whatever to make sure UDP kana mansaya soto. That is the truth. That is the main intention of Yunus Hydra. But let's call a spade a spade. Yunus Hydra, when he came to this country, he was dining and whining with who? And you might never dine town, even wine town. He was celebrated by who? You might never celebrate in Facebook. You might never dine and work in Facebook. Let's call a spade a spade. We have a leader. The amount of disrespect he has sent to our leadership. Another, for example, let's say Usenu is not our flag bearer, but Usenu is our leader. But the amount of disrespect to an extent that Yunus Hydra has said Usenu is been compromised. Let's say Usenu is not our flag bearer. Usenu is not our flag bearer. Yes, okay, fine. He is not our flag bearer. We accepted it. Usenu is not our flag bearer. Usenu is not our flag bearer. Yes, let's accept that. Usenu is not our flag bearer. That's the truth. But now Usenu is our leader. But you are already telling people, it have a model already go. Yes, Usenu Dabo is already been compromised and complicit. That's what you've said. Somebody who have said that in the social media platform. We are now celebrating that person for doing whatever you want to do. Just look at the patriot carte. Just look at the patriot. That is what exactly is happening in this party. But we know all what is happening. We know all what is happening. And you all have to accept the truth and move on. When they do their fight, yele keloke. At the end of it, they see the way things are going on, and now the only thing now they feel they can be survived. They can be survived now is to bring tribal politics. Tumalame alon ko yela ko be kasai, and ila jero to ila miroto, membe to balum la no, is to bring tribal politics. Is to play a victim card. That's the truth. And but billahi wallahi tallahi adama dungo niano molye kong niano molye kumo be forma, but adama dungo is a hanje tonya. After playing, after doing whatever, people celebrate them, people do whatever. The only thing they believe for now can sustain them, the only thing can prevail them over others is to use tribal line now. Tribalism. But come for draw, Gadiam Hakil Mali. Ngadiam mole melanko, they are following activities. Ngadiam mole melanko, they think they can miroke, they can call for harm. But now, let's go back to the story now. Let's go back to the grassroots now. Nye mole melanko, e kanajang, e kafomole ko, ninkar nyol man character, this mean ko, manika ya fasa yoleke. But these people, nye mole in 2018, Kabrin na dol na Kabrin na Talib tombong over. Ifenge Ture. Over Mr. Ture, over Musa Gambia, over Papanjai. They did not come out and said ko na maninga yale fasa. Imawofo. Let's call it a spade. Imawofo. So why now? Why now? And who actually tell them? Dumalaya Fotoleko, we are going to select owners over Talib. Dumalaya Fotole. Let's say, I still believe this is their own opinions. And one has to respect one's opinions. But now, what they are trying to portray, what they are trying to make the public to believe, what they are trying people in the social media to believe, the way they are trying to portray us, the way they are trying to caricature us. Let's call a spade a spade. Because in 2018, the convention in 2018 mayor's election in KMC, it was very competitive. It was very competitive. To an extent, people have to come and do some jobs. It was one of the people, they were vying for the position at the time. They have to do some labor for the people so that people can support them, so that people can back them. Papanjai was going all over all places. Silo Dokula, thank you, this guy, thank you Ture, Mustafa Ture Nyolu, even Mola Silo Dokula and Talib Nyolu, they were building toilets, at some point they even have a charity group, they even have a charity organization at that point. That was in 2018. And Talib was supported by everyone. He was supported by everyone in the party. And that in that aspect we said unity. Odula mafoko UDP ye maninga ya fasa like mawofo. Mafoko UDP any tribal favor like in those days. Mawofo. That was not what we said. Mawofo olu otumo. And that was the moment. Meya Longo, Talib was never known in the political space. He was never known in the political space at the time. Yes, his mother was known. But even his mother was doing and we all believe that, we all accept that. We all accept that our mother actually stood for Hussein. We all know that and we all accept that. And we will keep appreciating that all the time. We all appreciate that one. And we all appreciate the efforts she has been doing for the party. We all accept that. But that moment in 2018, Talib was not into politics. He was not into politics. He just came into politics in 2018. Initially, he even wanted to be a member of parliament. But later, he later become a mayor of KMC. Which was supported by every UDPian. It was supported by all tribes. Mandinkas, Fulas, Jolas, Seres, everyone in the Gambia supported that cause. And Talib became the mayor. And let's call a spade a spade. During that time, in 2018 to 2023, whatever Talib does, we all support it. We all support it. Yes, let's call a spade a spade. All the development Talib was doing, we all support it. And we were all celebrating him. All the development what he was doing, we were all celebrating it. All the development landing was doing, we were all celebrating it. And all of us, our focus was how to bring Alhaji Ousainou Abubakar Numukunda Dabo to the State House. That was what was happening from 2017 to 2021. Alhaji Ousainou Dabo was our main focus. Main focus, and we were so united to take Alhaji Ousainou to the State House. That was our focus. That was our focus. So what changed? Why all this brouhaha? Because there are others they join in the race. Is that completely fair? Let's call a spade a spade. Yes. Let's call a spade a spade. You want about denial of UDP? You want about denial of those people who are calling UDP for if UDP select any Mandinka candidate, or any Mandinka leadership over Talib, this means go UDP be Mandinka Fasada. But they did not actually said this in 2018. Because UDP selecting Talib at that point, UDP be Sido le Fasaka over Mandinkas. Tribal politics man nafa soto. We keep saying this because that is how they portray United Democratic Party. But now, let's go and look at the executive of United Democratic Party. They are of different tribes, but yet still. And now, let's look at our leader, Alhaji Ousainou Abubakar Numukunda Dabo. Yes, Ousainou is a Mandinka. Ousainou Mandinkole. But now, let's look at the surrounding of Alhaji Ousainou Abubakar Numukunda Dabo. Ba Ousainou la musol be musul wallet. Adumulu barinu musul wallet. And musul wallet sidal. Let's call a spade a spade. But yet still, they want to make people believe that UDP Mandinka patriotic. That is the truth. And people think because of the way they portray UDP in that way, this is why UDP is not winning election. That's what other people are saying. And this is what other people believe. And this is what other people think, oh yes, Nimu Mandinka quality. Let's call a spade a spade. So whoever think of that word or that comment favors whoever, that one new will be Tilanyola. One new will be Tilanyola. But Nyanta can happen to see for them fast hotel. My mother, may enter Wulu Fulolem. My mother, my born mother, may Wulu Fulolem, Jallo Jerry. Fulolem. Yes, my father is a Mandinka, but my mother is a Fula. So let's call a spade a spade. So especially the young ones, whenever we are discussing politics, that tribe Dundiji. Yes. Because if you want to put, for example, today, if you are trying to say, in UDP, selecting any Mandinka over Talib, this means go Mandinka partiality. So UDP selecting me, for example, over Talib, where is Mandinka partial. So this means go, that should bar me. When another day I have the competence, another day I have the everything, the know-how and everything, I have the popularity, whatever. So day I should not be selected over Talib because I'm a Mandinka. Because I'm a Mandinka. Just look at that. Just look at that discrimination over me. That's what exactly they're trying to portray. That's what they actually want people to believe. But is that the truth? For what I'm talking about, let's call a spade a spade. When I contributed, when I contributed to make sure that Talib become the mayor, I contributed. I fought hard in 2018 to make sure Talib become a mayor. And in 2023 also, the same thing. The night they have a problem, I was there. People who are close, they know. We all stand firm to make sure. And I was going to TVs and others. So like for example now, me fighting for Talib to be something, well, it's not a crime. But now whoever has to fight for me to be something is a crime. Let's call a spade a spade. Juman lebo foka. Juman lebo portrayka. So nobody portray. We should not talk. We should not talk about that. Anybody who want to kill a political career, I should not talk about that. Anybody who want to feel like I should not talk about that. So talking about that means I'm tribalist. I did not condemn. I did not condemn, for example, I did not condemn any other tribe to have their political parties. And I never said this, UDP is a Mandinka party. I never said so. But they are the one who are saying that. And that they are that that is what is going into politics. That is what is going into the public. Into the public. That is what others are believing. That's in fact the worst thing is Jumal Lekanyumfo. Jumal Lekanyumfo. These are our own Mandinkas. Because it's something that is well calculated. It is well calculated. Because of Mandinka Dimul, Walaka law, Kapoko Ha, New UDP left a Banco win. They have to select someone who is not a Mandinka. It will like a Mulu, Mandinka Dimul Lakasi Ekanimfo. Mandinka Dimul. But that's not a crime. That's not a crime. Yeah, that's not a crime. So that is the problem about, that's the whole situation as of now. Hey, democracy level care in Bangkok. Momo, ilata menna. I believe the philosophy menna. I believe the core men. Ekabula wolo noma. Ekabula wolo noma. Go. Let's look. Not enough on Yoruba. Kaboko yuri di mandinka patrioti. Kumale nyinti meya long akafole when we were young. Akafole when me and whoever into politics today, when we were not in the politics. But that doesn't stop other tribes to join UDP. People may have got the reason. People may have got they really understand that word near among the tonati. When I was young, this message was going on. But let's call a spade a spade. Nindiamo baby carrying a jam. How many times Talib have to come out and condemn? Talib have to come out and speak. Talib have to come out and speak to the people. But why Talib did not come out in those days? Because he doesn't care about me. Because he doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about us. Because maybe he cares about someone. He feel like no diameter, no invert the that is going to be the time he's going to talk. Please let us be logical here. Let us be logical. Because at the end of it, unity, there will be no unity for the yes, because new Kumaka made a follow. But Talib need to come out and address this issue. Talib need to come out and condemn these people. During the period, he should come out and distance himself from them. In reality, but did he do it? Why am I? Because we are not important today. Maybe ordinary supporters from Melka Diamu, you need to come out and talk. Those people are not important for him to come and respond. Those people are not important for him to come and talk. And in fact, to a level, even some senior executive members feel like he need to come and address some of these people. They stood by him to say, those words are dividing the party. But he never did it. He never did it. Because he was waiting for something. That's what he wanted. He was waiting for a moment, when he speaks, everybody will believe in him. Let's call a spade a spade. That's what he thinks. Yes? So, more jama, people start coming, Moldo Kumul Fala, Wallahi. summa wallahi ala mu jongo be la sedo nte silbo Sonko billahi wallahi tallahi mbe Yankuba Dabo balale but I know nyata menkela alumma nyana menkela bar kukili lata wala to nyande na rasulullah no bula to nyana no all the time nte I believe in truth and I will always follow the truth nte I believe in truth and I will always follow the truth niano kana fensoto niano mobe dem fanna kukili lata wala ngam men fo to nyale mbam fo to nyante te lata wala ninga to nyafo alhamdulillah summa alhamdulillah ninga to nyafo ha alhamdulillah summa alhamdulillah nze to nyafo molem kon hey kila nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam atatala ka to nyafo mekan kole atatala ka to nyafo medina kole dol ya konne ba dol laftale ba because milaka ka to nyam memfo ba wo to nyam min kila nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam atatanum ka wala fo wo to nya wala la banta madina sata kono wo to nya wala kafiya burka madina sata kono wo to nya wala kafiya burka maka sata kono because to nya don alata wala la akol yada bake a lonna ko nayo to nyafo isa batandi se ko be kala utumo kafiya be wala nyami maka sata kono utumo kafiya be wala nyami madina sata kono bari wo man kila nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam aman silang alada nyina lako ate alala kila ala mati ala ya ki menna nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam abe wala kala anu ala kuma kawum to nyalati o kuma kawni abe wala fala madina kolye andum mel laftala wal laftala bimbe tembo men kono medina sata kono nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam atele ke ta ala kuma kawna sabata je maka sata kono ala kuma kawna sabata je fadu melekata atata to nyale banki ala muli alma alayhim bula mol kono meli alko mbetana to nyala fe anatara mol ben konna bar mbel na lo to nya fe na to nya fasa ko ila yomiti na to nya fa ko ila yomiti yim diamo nyin ameta kelele yim diamo nyin meta kelele andum yim diamo nyin was part of diamo meli alko usenu dabala politika career batandi bakel let's call a spade nyim maninga ya ko me kafo billahi ni ay usenu batandi bakele ala politiko kono bar jumala bafale ko usenu is tribalist mo me yalon ko man ni ka muso am suru muso le babul ala friends wol musul wallet ala close friends are people me yalon ko they are not even mandingas ikaw commandi ikaw ko tribalist wolati ikaw a level of all whatever and that's what they have been saying that's what they keep saying up to a level it's like when me yalon ko ikaw me na pabalale everybody many people try to portray him as tribalist when Usenu is not tribalist when Usenu have stood for people Melialongo they were in this country a lot of siobele in Bango Kanjang in the high court in the supreme court in the court of appeal and everywhere ba Usenu numukuna dabo lota mobile a lot of siobele I siobele defending Bango Kanjang and siobele helping in Bango Kanjang but that was the moment they start saying it. It's a kind of moment. I mean, because some people fear to speak about it. More jama bal select out tomorrow. Tomorrow, if Usenu nondikang, if Usenu balon nondikang, Usenu ha Usenu is tribalist, ha manigayateng. I mean, we were so complicit with it, and that is something where I feel like still. I mean, that is where Bill. Some of these people are portraying UDP as a mandika party. Now, Yenana, Yankuba Dabo, Meyalonko. Mobe yalo na ko Yankuba Dabo, the contribution of Yankuba Dabo in the United Democratic Party. Kimale molo. Yankuba was in the UK. I don't know Uncle Tel. Jumale Uncle Tel Banko ka member foloko. Yankuba did not fight during the struggle. Jumale Uncle Tel Banko ka foloko. Yankuba Dabo did not fight for the party. Jumale foloko Yankuba Dabo came into the political space just in 2023. Jumale foloko. Yankuba Dabo was in the UK. Sumaya Kono, Kuol Kono. He was in the forefront to fight against dictatorship here. He spent his money, ala nafulo, ala energy. He used it. Ka dictatorship fight in Bangkok. Who will deny that in the internet? When the evidence are already there. Another now, it takes the sacrifice to leave Abadoko men being a lawyer in the UK. It took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of bold steps. Kananan jam to be a chairman. To be a chairman. Mayor Longo Bill to be a chairman in West Coast region. You cannot earn nothing more than $60,000 last year. To be a chairman. You cannot earn nothing more than $50,000. Nothing more than if you look at the rate of pound, you cannot earn even more than 800 pounds a month. He came back to this country and do that, having less than $1,000 in a month. Somebody working in the UK earning more than 1,000 pounds in a month. I can mention a set of 1,000 pounds. When I can mention that about even 1,000 pounds. It's not even more than 60,000 or even up to 60,000 for a mercy. Somebody who does that. Another Murkola, the service people have given him, he give all his energy. He have to deliver to the people. He fulfill all his campaign promises. Because that was what he told the Gambian people. I want to Gambian call it. If you elect me, and so far so good, those who were listening to Yankuba Dabo's campaign promises, I am meant for Gambian call it. That is what exactly he is doing. Is that a crime to fulfill your campaign promises? Is that a crime? From crime, I am meant for Mole Cabrata Palazzo Ninibulu. Pour Aitaro Barakam, pour Aitaro Kekam, for be crime the Gambia Banco Kanja. Is that a crime? You meant for Mole during your campaign for Palazzo dealer, Purko Palazzo in Purka, form crime multibam, form fitnolity bombarding. Let's call a spade a spade. Another Abadokola is focused. Nyaba Dokokam is doing his job. Yena nam calling yo drag. Ya samanang, ya drag. Ima drag into a very neutral conversation where you will not even involve any ethnicity, where you will not even involve any tribe. You can make your analysis. You can make your analysis based on competency. You can make your analysis based on development. Nobody should stop you on that. You can make your analysis based on competency. You can make your analysis. Analysis kenole and momo la dogola, momo jikola, momo la barola. But even analysis kekam, you are condemning all the tribe. You are trying to kill all the tribe. Like the same way they did to Alai Useno Numukunda Dabo, the same way they want to kill him also. Political career. That is their intention, that's what they want. Let's call a spade a spade. Momo Alongo is not Alala. Metonala follow you move forward. That was their intention. But thinking that they will and he is going to remain quiet with it. That's what they think. That's what they want. I am not saying Goyankwa should come out and talk. That's not my stand. But what I am saying is what I'm going to go. It is a conversation they brought him in. I'm not going to comment about he brought himself in. But they brought him in. And they have been doing it over and over. How many times Nana Makeda have been mentioning Yankuba Dabo's name in his post? How many times Nana Makeda have been attacking Birkama Era Council directly? Do you ever heard Yankuba Dabo talking about it? I respond. Because those are things he believes this go. Those are things, let him play, let him deal with all this. But to an extent where they drag himself, let's call a spade a spade. And it's about destroying his career. It's about career. They want to be the people to determine his future. When none of them, when he was becoming a mayor, none of them were people or advice for him to become a chairman. But now they want to determine his future. They want to determine his future. Let's call a spade a spade. They did not contribute financially when he was becoming a chairman. Now these are the people Melialongo. If a Wulikan go a political career, he left a Kaoletinya. And you want him to remain silent? Come on. Come on. You want him to remain silent, leaving people attack personally. Maybe they want to make people to believe Mandingola Fananti and is, but with all the competence he have, or people might think he have, they still want to believe this code. They still want to believe this code because Mandingola. They still want to believe her because of him being a Mandinka. If he is select over Talib, Mandinka Fasad. Come on, but when Talib was select over Mustafa Toure, woman can man nika fasad. When Talib was select over Musa Jambil, woman can man nika fasad. But who are they targeting? Who are they targeting? Ika Jumala target. Who is their key person? Ika Jumala point. Ika Jumala normal. Ika Jumala tinala. What's their intention? And they want him to remain silent. After after pointing guns on him, you want to kill him. You want him to remain quiet. And you want him to remain quiet. But come on, what was his response? Now let's digest his response, because people have different thought, people have different mind, and Momo, you have your independent thought, you have your independent mind. Momo is free to interpret the way you want to interpret his statement. The way you want to interpret his statement. Now let's go into that. Let's all put our instinct, instinct soul put aside, and now let's go basically and analyze what exactly he has said. Did he condemn any other tribe? Did he go against any other tribe? No, he did not go against any other tribe. He did not mention any other tribe. He mentioned his tribe. He mentioned his tribe. Me alone, you all mention. For any moment of selecting him is this mean go woman ninga fasality. That's what he said. Let's call a spade a spade. And he feel like he's a member of Fokam now. He's not talking to everyone. Now whoever is a member of Fokam, or the member of Barakam, or the mayor of Miro Soto. It's a mayor of Miro Soto. Whoever, it's a Momo Yanoko, who let Miro Bebul. And you feel it's a Miro to UDP Mumandinka Patiolity. Wole Mula Miro, Wole Mula believed. Yankuba did not say UDP is a Mandinka party. He did not say that. I'm awful. But whoever, Momo, Yalonko, it's a Miro to. Ile Miro, your thoughts, ile Miro, ile thinkings, ile feelings. Because UDP is a Mandinka party. And you feel like, and you are not comfortable with Mandinka leadership. Whoever is not comfortable with Mandinka leadership, form your own party, form your non-Mandinka party. He did not mention any other tribe. You feel like it's a mirror. It's a mirror to call. It's a mirror. That's your own thought. That's your own thinking. It's a mirror. Go. UDP will Mandinka party. That kind of Mandinka phobia thing. That's your thought. That will mirror. Go UDP will Mandinka party. And selecting Mandinka over Talib today. This means go Mandinka fasality. But to an extent now, you mention someone's name. Ni ma moto ko fon, then mo de jabi le fon. But ye mo le to for side. Ye mo le to for. And ye même farmer actually Mandinka do na mat. So and you condemn at any point or any action or any reaction just pour carita do Mandinka fasality. But selecting whoever me along ko other tribe go manke aussi la fasality. Let us not be naive here. That is the problem. Problem on him be wallet. Sayako, ite me ya lonko, ite believe to wallet. Ite me ya lonko. You are feeling so naive for UDP Mandinka party wallet. So ite left the side, ite left the kajago UDP because so Mandinka nyaton kaya wonyenda bole jere, wonyenda burukala le. Ite me lata ko Mandinka nyaton kaya wonyenda burukala UDP le. Ite me lata wala. Ite believe moti. Iman la Mandinka nyaton kaya la. Ite mala ko Mandinka nyantaka nyaton kaya ke ite mala wala santeta patio me alongo Mandinka ta nyaton kaya la because wolem democracy. That's your feeling. Wolem wala son ite sonta wala. But that doesn't mean ko is referring to any other tribe. No, But at the end of it, what is the target? Hey, become a council. Many of these people, let's go. You know how you people have to know that this was a design thing. When Nana Makeda wrote this, Kamin Nana Makeda is okay. Jumale Asia, Alam Tilim ala Temola. Nana Makeda was Savero, Jumale Asia, Jumaleba Paraparakam, Jumaleba Siakam. Kabin Unisidera Asia, Asabe, Jumaleba Siakam, Jumaleba Paraparakam Dula Beto. Jumaleba Siakam, let's call it spade a spade. Nana Makeda Mandinga Taponi. Nana Makeda Mandinga Nandroni. Jumaleba Siakam, Natona Funoe, Jumaleba Paraparakam Dula Beto. Jumala Marinoti. And why now? You know, some people will say, because Roy was in iAfrica TV. But let me tell you something. Royla Diamo in iAfrica TV has nothing to do with this. Royla Diamo in iAfrica TV has nothing to do with this. Because Nana Makeda Diamo Kono, there is no position in Nana Makeda Diamo Kono where he mentioned anything about Royla Diamo. So Nana Makeda Diamo was targeted, was well planned. Because why? Why? Because Milagada recently become era council the document recently become era council in Motokuto Mensodo recently and Kabila in the social media everybody was celebrating it. But how are they going to break that momentum? But they can do it in other way around. But to a point of now targeting an individual, for a point of now trying to kill someone's political career, someone's future. Come on, you can do whatever. So this has nothing to do with whatever Roy did or Roy Memphis at iAfrica TV. That was Roy's view. That was all what Roy feel like or what is happening to her. That is homo-royalty. Because that was what Roy feels. So homo-royalty. But to tell you the truth, to Katonafo this Nana Makeda Savero has nothing to do with what Roy and Memphis. This guy, Yunus Hadra Savero, has nothing to do with what Roy and Memphis in Africa TV. So nobody should mix this issue with Roy. No. This was something, it was well calculated and targeted towards Yankuba Dabo. Because the way things are coming up, and let us be fair to each other. We were all celebrating each other before. We were all moving each other before. So why can't we keep doing that? Why can't we keep doing that? Let's call a spade a spade. All this thing was going on. Yankuba focus was development. That is what people about focus. But however focused it might be, you more push to some certain level. Basically, Amarify retaliate. Because they push him. They push him to that level. There are a lot of things going on. But Yankuba will never talk about it. Hey, we know all what Kujama Balebe Kekan within California region, within West Coast region. Kujama Balebe Kekan, but you will never see Yankuba I print IBM. His own region. Aboriginal may hate Kang. Let's call a spade a spade. People will make think Yankuba just come up now. Yankuba just a contrary actor. But wallahi summa wallahi. Kujama Balebe Kekan. Kujama Balebe Kekan. I swear to Allah, Mehinda. Kujama Balebe Kekan Jang. He here on the ground. But he will never talk about it. All what he did was he do the right procedure. He do the right process to get justice about some of those things. There are a lot of things, come on. People will think, Yankuba, he doesn't have patience. That's your thing. That's your thought. I wish you know. Kujama Balebe Kekan Jang. And he accepted all those ones in good faith. Politically, he accepted it. politically, and we try to make sure that going. I mean, look, even this issue. I mean, it's just billahi wallahi ta'ala. Yalong ala beton ala beton. You know, I mean, Tungo Mara na. I mean, if the labe diamond severola. But the likes of Tungo Mara na nyolu. I mean, who doesn't know them? You mala ma wo long. You know what I'm doing? So we know all what is going on. So I mean, in reality, he doesn't want to be involved. All this Burhan making, he doesn't want to be involved. His focus is to do development. Kadoko ke mole. Kadoko ke mole. Who jama balle be caring jang billahi. I swear. Who corner back within West Coast region jang politically. But I mean, for him, it's like okay, it falls to his hand. He said, my focus is to deliver to the people. Jumala Baflogo Yankuma is tribalist. Jumala Baflogo Yankuma is this hey. Yankuma la council, Bill Kam era council la council. Go and talk to the councillors, some of the councillors. In fact, some of the councillors I mean people will come with so many things. But it will like low, manya like a divide. Manya naka divide. Manya naka divide. So that is what is happening. And Tonya it for Tonya for New. I mean, you know, for me, I'm not even reading. I don't bother. You know, because look, more be social media give a can. More be call follow can. But people with reasonable minds are also understanding all what is going on. A victim card game, a victim game is all about a victim card thing. Until better clarity. Ha. So remember, I mean, when the moment when people are trying to have God fit card, hey, but it's only people Malayalonko, I mean, more Malayalonko, you know, I mean, in a Miro man Jamfa. Well, let her understand that. More Malayalonko, well, let her understand. More Malayalonko, well, let her understand. Billahi wa la ta'ala. Well, come on, but Momo Yalonko, he came mirror, he got cross Irokele. Billahi, Mobe Yalon, what is happening in the social media and what is happening on the ground here. Ninko unity, but Tonala follow you in a move. Ninko unity, but Tonala follow you in a move. Naka kilometer. We try to do all this, but Mojumalam, and let me tell you, because of Nimbura, that is why I have been quiet. That's why I was not doing any, not live form based of Mughal live cake, because I know what's going on. Because of all this Buha, I put my, so I just concentrate on my work, because now you look woman baby caring. Let me just keep concentrate on my work, and I'm doing my stuff by myself. This is the reason, but it is going to a level where I can sign, I can sign. Very simple. Let it happen now. Akwe diam sign, akwe ban sign. That's very simple. Akwe diam sign, akwe ban sign. Yes. Akwe diam sign, akwe ban sign. Nagbe kilung di sign. Because now akwe diam dawla to nyala be apology. And nun to nyala for mol meli alonko. Wala left to nyala. Mol meli alonko wala be to nyala normal. Wallahi azim they will always go with to nyala. Akwe diam sign. But I don't know boy. Come on boy. Come on. Come on. We have been so quiet. We've been so quiet for a long time. Be focused in the Dokola. It's because we know at the end of it how it is going to be portrayed. That is why we have been quiet. That's why we have been quiet, only focusing on our job, only focusing about national issues. These people knew. Look at these people knew. It's hard for them to talk about some of the issues going on in the country. What get a problem today about UDP? How to divide UDP? But you decide that that one. You decide the mission. The guy is on a mission. He's on a full-time mission. Because I do at the UDP, Alakana UDP, ako Alakana Gambia Danka UDP. I want to do ako Alma Alakana Gambia Danka UDP la. And he's praying, he's doing a lot of effort like kekam. Pukaje ko weso. Abe wala kekam. I want to because that is his prayers. Abe wala diamukan. Ako Alma Alakana UDP, Alakana Gambia Police UDP la. That was the statement of Yunus Haidara. He is working very hard. After seeing a moment, Mayor Longo, UDP can now come to power. But he will do whatever. That is his prayers. That is his everything. And people, Mayor Longo, whatever party now, are dining and whining with him. After all what he is doing, they are dining and whining with him, celebrate him. Hey, we know. There are some statements from certain people. Look, Alaji Sidia Fofana. Do you know what Alaji Sidia Fofana wrote? And this Alaji Sidia Fofana, we all know that Alaji Sidia Fofana, who he is. Mobe Alonde. And Mobe Alonde, Akajumala support. Mobe Alonde is on the whose support. If you have a Karama Menda, Jumala Malo, Alaji Sidia Fofana long. At some point, that Alaji Sidia Fofana, I see that social media platform. Do you know what he wrote? Ako let us go. Ako yankubaye mira ala kitiola. Billahi wallahi ta'ala. That was a statement from Alaji Sidia Fofana. That is in a platform there. And in fact, I UDP Morocco platform. UDP Morocco platform. I Alaji Sidia Fofana. Ako yankuba dabo e mira ala kitiola. Before I be mira la nyato kayala. Ako kitio be siri nyato le abe yankuba dabo batunkan. Alaji Sidia Fofana. That is what he wrote on a social media handle solely. And who is Alaji Sidia Fofana? Abe Jumal agenda Puskan. Abe Karana Morocco right now. Abe Karana Morocco. But Abe Jumal agenda Puskan jam. You know, but it's right time that they are killing Abe bank set, killing. Alaji Sidia Fofana, I want to say the social media platform is there, the screenshots are there. Oh, Yankuba Mira ala court case la follow back. You see how these people, you see what actually they are doing. And I mean, Alaji Sidia Fofana, we know Jumala Dinum. Yes. Alaji Sidia Fofana, that's what he said. I wonderful. And all what is going on. Some of the writing. Yes, some of the writings. Let's do the politics. Hey, the only thing I believe Samba is going to be Dokuo. Hey, let me tell you something. Gambians, in 2016, actually I did not see you. Okay. I feel like because I remember Bujaju Cabrera drop ako UDP mandinga patiolet. In 2016, that was what Bujaju said. And later on, what he did was attend. I remember in Britama, and you spoke in the platform ko ha niaja UDP ngol ma tombo ye baro select over him is because UDP mandinga party in 2016. Yes. So it's not only that. I'm going to go today. A lot of things happen. So mbado ulumetonya la fulonyo. Nina tonya for sign. Fitno membe bentema bebe banale. But nimman tonya for.
Bio.
Nimman tonya for. Wallahi lazim is not going to work.
Bio anybara.
It's not going to work. So more Melialonko, actually, people Melialonko, they actually, I mean, they are so much compromised. And the people Melialonko, they will come up with their own opinions. That's fine. Momo rise up like mira la nyame. But it inanang, eka fonte ko, ebe kafo men kono, kafo nyum kono, ite mu mendi, ul manya na keleje fenti. And you still want me to remain quiet. Nina da phone, ya kumoni ya afara bantam fo. It's not a problem. But the moment you mention my name, you want me to remain silent, and you mentioned my name.
Bio, eka moya.
You mentioned my name. You want me to remain silent.
Sonko.
Chimon family. Let's call a spade a spade. Wonderful, you welcome.
Eka moya.
Wonderful, you welcome.
Yes, ndebe moya kana mala fo ndebe moya kana ba, you know. Nko wala flo confirm la.
Wonderful.
Yes, ndeke moya, nke moya very well. Ndebe moya kana, I can hear you. Ndeke moya loud and clear, so mala fo ndeke moya.
Wonderful.
I hear you.
Wonderful.
I hear you. Ndeke moya very loud and clear. And audience I don't know if the audience can hear me, but it's okay.
Actually, I don't know what's happening. Mantra when I don't know what's happening. Mantra
very loud and clear.
And the Tukulor, I tried to pick you, but Emasika. Amanda, maybe you can send a request. So guys, are you guys here in Wandifa?
You look, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit awkward. Let me come back.
And the Tukulor, you can send request.
Let me come back. About awkward like demanding. It become my audience come.
You can speak. But people are hearing actually. But if people are hearing,
that's gonna be a little bit awkward. I will be back. Let me refresh. Let me come back.
So moment, look. I mean, mandinga yakuo, surwa yakuo, fula yakuo. Why is not the reason here? Moment yana kaofo. But should we, when we are comparing people, or when we are selecting a leader, should we select a leader based on tribe? Should we allow that to come into our discussions? To select a leader, you select others over others because of tribe? Should we do that? Come on. Yeah, Andy Tukulor. Andy Tukulor.
Mbijandire mbe inteke moyle de.
Hello, Andy Tukulor.
Ke moyle de.
Oh.
But
okay, but I don't know.
But
I don't know. Actually. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, saya kamu ada kodi.
Waniba.
Yeah, engke kamu ada.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, and that's another two color more.
Okay. Anyway, and I don't know, so you know, it's like I'm actually not hearing you guys.
Yo, ntol tuje ngati amo. So mini be duma la fa Sonko ko kamo ile ay ntol bula ngati amo ngata. Afa Sonko ko ntol ay ntol bula altol min be duma la fa Sonko ko altol kam moyle because biri wonde fa be diamo nte ka wonde fa moyle no.
Yeah.
Bari nte lafta nte nata men na jang. Wala mo ko binni to rata pake bake kulu momento man dum social media.
I know because media. Somebody not cold soul man so that was
so sa minu be do mala for son ko ayede entolieti amuntolieji sa ja sa continue but we want people to hear our messages so minu be do mal safero ka ali for son ko
okay memo kana say
yo alhamdulillah
yo ba yo fana ikan dafa na mo le say nga
asan kal mo le say thank you so much
yo alhamdulillah
how you good
alhamdulillah
thank you
so yalong ikanyin Gambia je Tolbe ikonyadi kulum balla bulala be
miracle tonya thank you
Tolbe be lori ne pour Adama Baroita
thank you
andung alla new live on mina balatin Adama Barola mo nata dunna jele inata je munela they are going to screenshot what you're saying yeta ya samba
yes
alin la moy bagade
bela moy ka
niaje UDP election or lose mol ba fo kanko sunaro le keta nyine nganto na fo nyoy alin la moy baki
thank you
there are munafiqol bil wala bijeno ka fo ko UDP altol la pete al mu wonen nallet altol ka be ben son kollet altol tribalist molle malti blah 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 what they did what sap katama Gambia le sign than anything else alta min keten on social media ika wala kundung ika kimole ka fo ko image itol ka molle non dron surwali yen sose yon all of you yen lan jessa ga gis nga ñi yefi sose rek yeta passé ya fofulo leko ni usen ba dabo ke president abal be send la futale I know this for a fact I know this for a fact wo be mine asabu UDP militants kamenke on social media wole WhatsApp sonko ni haje te fongo mbela live ko nambe sonkala is because ite pirin kelobe ke kam mo ma ko ite kelo membe kere bijele no ntole bata min ke aja mela keloto ko bin nata jang Adama Baro nata jamfa yake ko Adama Baro fana yeta nin tol sita ngal tol jalbe nyin ngiro ngaro la kan to kumbondele
you're right thank you
Team Talib Team Yankuba Team Rohilo altol bele altol le aldam malle al nyin factional samba la pati kono Usenu Dabo mal janjandi
that's quite true
Usenu Dabo ay memuta fati mi yalon ko ninnu mukunda Dabo muteroti no alaji MC Cham wala mun tolla sikunda bi atale mun tolla alfat fulani molam apota URR
thank you
so when you guys kafako na party leader boka tribalism ke baral tolbe wolela
okay
party leader albula minna albula noma
okay
yaje tolbe wulita during the 2021 election
but sorry what do you mean no
I think you mistake
I want this point to be clear no I want this to be clear e control be tribalism e ko
no itela mistake itela bayo you are the itela manyana
ma foetede bayo ma foetede I'm talking to all of you yalonte nda kandita lela modron yalon do bije mosina nta hanyite telale wala nanta nintara mo
no I understand you I understand you very well I just want this point to be very clear you know one thing I mean I respect you
all of you
I need to close when I saw you live and then I from the beginning I want to take your request because I know how you are you are a unifier in reality they follow so many platforms also and I follow you as a mentor in reality but Nina yes
yalo ni mo mala kumo bang ita nata ya kuntu ita no kata dame
okay thank you
katun tan ni be dia mo labi
okay
nta ba mo manden ko from Komba Gunjo
okay
mfa ma mu float from Basse
okay
mama mi yamba wulu she grew up in Gunji so bari ninta diamta mo jamal fango ika fanyala ko ita dong you know you can speak Mandinka more than Wolof because I grew up in Birkama
Okay.
Nyimpa modu boja me alkaje ken. Ati one day site atola mbadoma.
Okay.
So bari bukaje ntolka tribalism because nte kilimo is fenke sabalema bari nak mande ka kan fan katede. But anytime tribalism come I get pissed off. Nte lafta minete Sonko Gambia ni ajen hanke telen sila telen nyimfen kodon bula mbeda men to ka continue.
Thank you.
Bula mbeda men to ka continue.
Thank you.
Ntol be gul telen tata nga muta UDP What ka fontel ko ndemo UDP kolle. That's what they tell me.
Thank you.
But you know why I'm connected to the political elders? Ita jalentenga usenu dabone. Ita jalentenga Halifa Salane. Hani Uncle Oje birani ya Adama Barotat. Hani bima wulingane even though I was disappointed because party lamno. But it days nyinke balu dukare alake ale ibatata Gambiele ikeleta Gambie dukare alakana nyinke bal batandi. Mr. Dabo every single day nyinke nuab right now he should focus on his grandchildren. Baratola nyinkelo ngau albe kum sonkala nindoli safero ko biti safu ko tolom professor fi pour they can get the hits and the likes and the sharing. That is nonsense. We need to stop this now. Alto nyanda focus la menna wala alieta alia mol bondi Adama Baro ya lalka so that Adama Baro kana election kato Gambia no batata Gambia no torata ntolekelo bimbeke solo sanden after the electoral reform. Those laws have not been changed because Adama Barrow, the current laws favor him. I told Mantara wo kelekam, purka Adama Barrow bondije, purko liye falling. Al sita, al bafalo kotaliye bebinke. Yankuba o nimparera okamba, Yankuba ngakampa ke ola pi. Because Yankuba is my brother from the struggle. Yankuba menkente struggle okono, bini more kantene. I kelo minkenya altol be malo. Nimparera ja, ngatatele anga audio kiyaina. The reason why I'm told me along control we are activists Lato. This is why it's important for us to be neutral. Ninto nyanata the masa tonya for you. Bininta na numbe mbe Talib la camp lendi am presa foka ka Talib le fasa. Nimbe usoni la la camp is afaka ko. But mbuka mo fasa. But there's one thing I'm going to tell you. I respect Mr. Dabo very much. Mr. Dabo e ba nendiro mi moy nyi Gambia kono jam. Alkaje la digol ko wala ikafempo. Fendala ko ngojate be alkaje le worka ko may ikafempo. No, you don't. Mr. Dabo altol kabula wala noma. Woto alafta minal bula o noma. Yaje wato minna ay tembo baji dunga yin fafo fatu baji lamba or something like that. Birayo or higher foreign ministry. Molia Mr. Dabo nina fwe kabane. Bariane Mr. Dabo yimineke. I WhatsApp audio lo bondi. Akonyi molia mbani mfaneng. Imalon konte bani mfanga wal horomale. Bari mingo mi ye wulo bambu ise ngau ale o moyle Mr. Dabo ko mingo mi ye wulo bambu ise ngau surwal ka fole ko kubon haj buki bola so Mr. Dabo ko buka kelo minke abuka fitino minke atol muna nalbe siring albo kelo albo fitino la simply because alda mali balla different three camp rohila camp nte wodente tukulornte nte ka rohi support men is one thing I would tell you guys. Biringaje ko Adama Barrow Rafela be tama ka nyame Gambia abe gamme musol mako kan biyon bajjo Adama ko fayro hibondi jando ngalo ko ni rohi ta Rafeleta. The other thing is ndel lafta musol ya tara politique lota ngante city pour rohi yewen alhamdulillah winta so alto fana nali akeku and you heard what I'm saying nali akeku aliye focus because adiata moya ko ya to la patiti alto ni NPP la Adiata alia coalition with the smaller parties. Ntol be bina ko to ngal ma koy. Adi Adama Barrow buti. Katu ntol activism ntol man petition. So we will rally behind any coalition. Me along ko wolo tele pour ka Adama Barrow bondi je will rally behind you. But in ka kela no nal ba lañu kunta ya. Al tol bi jall be ngam ko kal tol damale be kam Gambia. Al be ngam ko ko tindia mo ni non fe so le batinale election bi. Nin batinale for you to win it to lose elections again. When are you going to learn? Ani fonyo. Sonko bete amad la mine ni wonde fa bareta. Nin tan ko fa because yaje mo dole bi dem ni alon ko al tol ke mira nyame. Wol bu ke mira wo nyame. Al kana so moye ke na go dalka. Anu bule alial te city alial mol recruit na la patito instead of alial tarajang albenyo kadef kajefe you know sadra minke fente benke that's all nonsense we don't give a rat's ass about that asa continue na ndisole bota Kating tol muke balati muka take ning Gambia kelo lari. We want this to end. We want somebody to come beside Anama Barmi alon ka be Gambia malinga. I Gambia mi alon ko tole wala kele. Gambia mi atina kanyi ba kanyi nyol fata. Gambia mi atina ayatina soro tande nyol fata. That's the Gambia we want. But we don't want the Gambia you guys are presenting to us. Tribe does not build Gambia. Yaya Jammeh kidol le babulu, but guess what? The activists, ntol be woto. Yaya Jammeh kolo UDP TJ, activists or TJ, Joy TJ. We were all Gambians. We united as one and removed Yaya Jammeh. Let's unite as one and remove Adama Barrow peacefully. Abaraka, Sonko, I'm very sorry if I came across very. I just needed to say this.
No. Jani Bidala, I mean, I just have this to say. Name my bakele. And actually, Iladiam warning is very important, and I really appreciate it. Just only one or two things I would like you to make those things clear, because I know you've been someone, Mayor Lonko, you're outspoken, and like I mean, you're always fearless in speaking the truth. So I just want to ask you this: wala nyindiko nying kome ya lonko abekeka, because iko Usenu Dabo, because I want to that point need to be very clear. Usenu is not a tribalist. Usenu I mean bamum famu manding quality but be a farmer man along a fire member fulolity, and we all know that Usenu in reality no sir one depa. In reality Usenu is not tribalist, but don't let tribalism play count. And I just want to understand
what bula je drong bira ala topico conclude damen that tells you everything. You know, ako na kong kandidale and dia mo man dia ya understand. So ngo bula inta dumalale bari mbedde dar be ngoldo ya understand.
Wonderful and I mean for amanke kasiti. And tele nga penke because ya lonte ngatan di Sonko leleko kumodu ni moya fango jeje, so maybe they will question it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wonderful, just let me finish. He asked a very genuine question.
No. Do you know why it's not about because I mean anti to come member nte ba me nte wulu fulo nte wulu jalo jori nte wulu nte ba me wulu, right? So okay, so anum nte yalo no ko nte silbo Sonko nte maga tribalist anum muka tribalism muka tribalism so come ning at some point diamo ko no ko come diamo nin dal so left because elo mo lebe la mo kan, and I don't want melbe la mo kan come woni kuma kan nyeta at some point
yalo wala tin nan ko ha mbe no makandu man ko nyin live o stop.
No, I was not following the comment. No, I was not following the comment.
Okay, because yalo ngamen foe. Adaba dingo dobi je ni ma keku. Momi yalo ko they have good intentions for you binale afoe ko iba keku. It be whether you know this or not, you do have a big voice. I want you and the word big voice. So muna mo ita struggle wato muna ite mo nje mi ende ba kelola.
Ali.
Ndaka bebe Sonko ni kelola nobody. Nzitelanga mirango okay, when you have people that look up to you, then you need to comport yourself.
Okay.
So wala na niente korosi nyindi amme so ngonta bukanda ke jen katara sirine nin ko bi birin dum tanga nyin ko jen kijo yam fara nada ngaje ko kebe life ko alhamdulillah mbedum na nyina life photo ngam message o ki Gambia do limini alon ko de anti baro andum yes I am anti baro 150%.
Yeah.
So ni ajen koyo ko ntabe diamola I told every single one of you mbal bella.
Thank you.
Mimbe siri ngibe Sonko la ibe fenkele ibe tenkafa de ali ponyo. Usenu dabo batata Gambia nyinke ba batata Gambia atol ka torale. Because Albe Minna is not what he wants.
Okay.
Allah party leader. There are a lot of people ngaje ka ko numukunda usenu numukunda dabo. Usenu what you guys do actually you are making his life harder because nyimparingo anyantela na anama maringol tenda dingolu fenke dingolu atondi nothing dingolu and you will be space time lebe kata lebe jelela. That's what he's doing. But in your weekend on email or nyimparingo I've been sitting about people how to address what you guys are doing. But not only Albalefa Nyinke by bari molle be duma ni yalon ko alka min befo de yalon messaging can be very dangerous. They'll take a clip of something. Me yalon ko maybe take a min for ma bari ila clip o min sambala wala ka tol tola wala nan ko e fonyo nyin live ola
Okay.
because
Okay.
ita beta kan damen dole beta la fen kuntu dron whoever hears it ayaje inyane ba folo ko he nyimu tribalism. So I
Okay.
just want you guys to comport yourself. I told you leaders let aside. Muna, Mr. Damandel be retired. I told you about party continella.
Inshallah.
This party is not about Talib Bensura.
Inshallah.
Allah party is not about Lawyer Dabo. Allah party is not about Rohilo. It is not about Yankuba Dabo. The
Inshallah.
values and principles are lot of menkang. Bolem ko pur parifalingo ka Gambia so that we can get the Gambia we want. That's what your manifesto said. But
Inshallah.
it's saying I told Kaminketin that is not what your manifesto said. So I was just very hot.
No, thank you.
But
No, I really appreciate your advices, and I am so glad to see you. You know, in our young to address everyone. I mean, you are our mother, and like I say, I look up to you as a mother, and I look up to you as a mentor because everybody knows to glory in the struggle. So, and you've been in the struggle up to now. The struggle, you know, basically, our unity is your concern, and that's what I believe. And anybody
yeah.
who feels like, oh, même for la meilleure langue, comment for la meilleure langue, I really welcome that. So I thank you so much
Abarak.
for yes, thank you so much. We appreciate. Thank you.
So nintara ninin gwani fa pareta isenyin tonko soro yeta yama.
No problem. It's all right. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
abarak.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Ondos.
Yo, bayo ni bara. Me kondo na be listener be kondo.
Thank you.
Koma tata yen, let's just go for. Koma ida ta to koma na. Ngani yo kendo wala be molla. Ni ngani kendo ten dolla num wala tinyaro o manjare ka finti. Tinyaro
Yeah.
manjare live kala. Tinyaro manjare putera ta jaf. Ko tinyaro atel kariya da.
Yeah.
Tinyaro very easy. Ko sanyi keme yemen do ko kelo ka tinyaro clicking. So din tinyaro da mala tinyaro. So I hope people here
Yeah.
on they just keep on listening because uh remember that we just want to continue to put because some bio
Yeah.
question mute no bang ela noise ning wala malo for noise ka okay yes good maningol kamen for wrong suti kuma balo kamen jaman ke kairadi so once in a while if you are leading you need to speak so o manke nyindi ka fo man go divisive statement so all in all lafta molio fen kilina understand nying debate nying me nying diamo be wulendi bira commencé tan tel ngam men fo wala nyindi ko amang healthy so bari nak mol me yalon wolle be yamaro labbi I think inyanta wod blata jibela la anu ma fo kamur ko maka fo man fen fo we are not going backwards before let them come forward and make sure that make sure nyindi amo stop because this is an active manke commentam that we are addressing there is still potential for something to happen so left all la molio understand ko men ya lonko ye council and mol me ya lonko ye voice they come together still now it is not late they can still intervene and better heads to prevail because the conversation is not healthy this flag bearer is anin Cairo manna UDP bira nata drong anin diamo lenata and then I finna create within the party me ya lonko winning different ko nyi mankilim fa cover camp a land of no return like create for some people, in my opinion. And I have said this, Nko, some people have gotten into a land of no return. So, and the parties should not watch their militants get into this territory. And what is this land of no return? Well, if you are supporting, let's say, just I want to be, I'm sincere about what I'm saying. Let me just say Yankuba. If you support Yankuba, itila ko be Yankuba ye Yankuba support until atara futa to an extent ika dabo fango doya Yankuba e nata da fa futa to de yalon ko dabo fana ayalon because ni social media mbebe janne dabo fana ayalon say UDP executive yalon ko ite o kay mom ite Yankuba ko rete bolta be jarele la fang ye dabo ye fem fo dabo mo yalon ko is undesirable just na secondary
mutin waniba waniba mutal I don't know what's happening.
Sorry. Na kolle mute nada. Left on mol men kal lamoy. Ye nde men ya lon ko ye voice sore kadiam no mole kala moy. Isenyi lon ko nying is a reality in UDP ntemu molti me ya lon ko. Nga don dulal to adu dol fon sa fo ndabe nyin diamoto la. But I'm saying this essentially, nganying cross la and it's a reality. Mol bijel men ya lon ko they have gotten into this land of no return. Me ya lon ko ni tata je buka muruno because ya akatar ye kumol for dabo ma. So it will come menje dabo in a UDP leadership it will man future so and therefore they are not going to oversee it. So no marina take mote me ya lon ko aka yankubale support abe tulo dam malto. Naka rohile support o Talib lam abe tulo dam malto. Naka atondi bio Sonko support abe tulo dam malto. This is something that is very very important. Mol nyanta ya hakil tuje. UDP kebal nyanta nyindula address lale. Wala nangto ko ye party flag bearer isuning kafo ko manko is not a healthy conversation ngabula aside follow maybe ni be a bold step tale safu mole dronko nyil wati karle mbakela ya understand kana to ko constitutional wato men follow let them just come out and tell us ko this is what we are going to do but nyama nkewo nyama people will continue to get into this land of no return and it will not help isya ibesya kan sa ndeng sambulo continue dola bari nga kukili long wala ngalon ko loya da be yamfule be manole killing anda be accommodate no la killing anu ngalon ko hikan aso dem hikan asa kenol fa mol kikan aytande la ko nganyim ko bang bari natal nyin keta kulete melan ko we cannot go back we have to be forward looking ko ketala ketale ya understand but ni UDP leadership sita menu kadna kay ko mol faja ni mol dunta nyole be diamula yebo fo mol me yalon ko wala kata into this land of no return isiata UDP kono UDP la fragment o be sialal alka ikamodo to faja ni tata la timeline of on buka je baro criticism buka taraji Talib agenda promote abe sometimes abe posting kala o afmeta commento abe yankuba ning ala council tala be castigate la yala wosifa no be kere o man healthy hanar ron ko nte wandi fanka wala ke lesse nte fana ka to Talib le no mana la council mol o fana man healthy so we have to be genuine and sincere in our approach ko lafta kairola anu nin ko lafta kairola ni land of no return men ka create within UDP abe expand kan anu na expanda the extremists abe on one side le it's only going to be one thing wala nyini ko it has to be omari o extremists ol ka fo yemen tombo e bol tomona wala you know the noise will always be negative UDP manyana sona nyina inyanta nyi stop la at the core of it adu unfortunately bayote along ntengalong amanjere kachaye futa wobeto bar molu menu yalong ko itata foela ko jarera pour que address duma la kafutema yala wulati na alkaje nkadiamo do bije alta understand bar dol bije manke man diamo yede you can sit here yellow ada blame all you want nte wandi fa am a witness ko ye mol ki mol kanne ye mol de sotle ye diamondi robe ko la de fel to listen ngamira Yunus Haidara kuno mboda men fola na video alawo diamu do men aya wulende last time akera nyaadi de atara Spain meeting dulaldo ye hormone bunya be diala abota je afona ta ye apologize akay menka ma keku o be kola anata nan afintita na nara kuma do fo me yalonko abe loya daba do yakan so say ni land of low return anyanda stop la to nyala bar diamo nyanda kala dol yede still now because no one thing rhetoric nyin kata nyamen among healthy for the party adu mo jamale nyanta mo do je nyanta la ego talale ya siaka maybe including the phone ko conversation ni man healthy nyi diamo men be mba kono atela nati why not nga diamo tuje ni ko ay tuje e dol ko amanya na tulaje yaje nyim fam nyina mu the base of the contention among healthy a healthy dal nde bakala yake yetabula in this land of no return ni futata je ye criticism ke nganyul men foten kanyum men foten ngam concrete evidence le soto ko molel bije min yalon ko wolle dabo fon castigate le ye bangala fereng ya itandi koy mal la fala fereng so atara fa futata level da adu any reasonable person yemin yalon ko ye Yunus Haidara la ko mo fay ike nyin kala ka mun nyin la patio kono yalon patio fana man kewti de bayo patio ka lole pour ka mol natina bara man ke patio bu ka mo busade Yunus Janna join akama left patio la a jointa anata ako manna unity la nga kunu nga video kana video do momo left la yen kuma ne bari nga ka public la ika Yunus ka fada me kama na UDP unity la momo yen kuma ne mba video kilele a joining banne ko la ako he is not in UDP for unity akate he is not a conformist he is not going to conform anata patio ako ko I'm not going to conform so patio need problem of anabe jibe adama wajabi bakede mo dandanem and that needs to be addressed Saya mune bati na Yunus be sila ako ate dabo bunyala ako ate party nomsol bunyala abuka fo dama aka safe anu ngaja ka tarabula wodro burari wodro na noma yala o mu quality wo nyanda address dal so kunu meye dimba wulindi wala nana mala foko mandinka kilim mandinka kuo so ndebe mem fola wala nyini ko let's move away from that but it is very very easy prime is construe tribe kuo ya famle hani maje maybe diam la fa mo misspoke tajang aya do man fa ka kele ate bo le nyama wala nan te ko la fa mo lay jam faji wala example o mendi atama ser do menda kita esa falbul har man man timma and I'm not here to criticize anybody lafta nyum fola rom promo be salon ko aka keno even the best among us aka kembul esa fal e criticism do le receive no me yalon ko yata fa mo esa fal na la patio yo wala criticize ye tribal sentiment sol fay kan and rhetorics esa fal birabe kering aya mirano UDP leti bari interview na raso me yalon ko atara wut mon defana man sawarde mbaka posting la bar mol yaajal bare interview leki esa fala interview kata viral ako aya mirano UDP te barana ta dum atara kita NPP leti so tribalism do fana men UDP bala laftal ya understand ko perception la wodi wo manke reality ti mol la perception la wodi wo manke reality ti adu mol fanal bi janne sako social media na rake wat bulati damente yalonko hani wandi fa me yalonko abuka hani ka mo nyako no jiba sisi ala laran kay audio bula fonyo kono ay dunia be ay pare ka dunia be mala so wo mol men yalonko ikaw ke mabo keyboard ko me ke mabo microphone ko me ka dimba mala wala na tay nyin tag la ndolkan so wala nante tribalism diamoji mbafula ko let's just move away from it and go forward but we cannot go forward when UDP continue to create and accommodate people many yalonko wollel be nyin land of no return wolte tarno la dabo kuto ferem bari to yalonko ye fennel fo dabo ma ye la fi bali yala itandi dabo la ni dissatisfaction so to liaji la ko dabo nen te keno la fente UDP atre to fana lena kumaji because jama be je politiko ko ne ngolela so this is common sense. Party leadership should seriously consider this. And nimmo tara fafu tata extreme and ko Yunus tata dami bari Yunus ko ate mola mola ako he's a non-conformist ako any rules and principles ate manke wodi ako amang tabula la cult kono amanke colti mobe nyanda free la yetafo ni ngata don kon tol ko nyina mun na dimba mala rangote na patio kono nena man dimba men na patio kono ngawji je because of this ning ate kate conform la patio manyen na wajela ko mo bayran wala wote they should be very comfortable to come out ka bondi patio kono ka ite ndala control man sulela na patio kono. It would be very easy. ABC. It at anywhere. Patio hanarungo adialong patio be nyameng. Ndema fo malafi UDP 2026 yelode. But patio manke nyinde dronko anyenda ala nafa be tata nada. Anyenda state house lesupla. Patio nafa manke wodi. Patio mu institutional di. Inyenta lola ay principles sol soto. Ilafta kudo e tama masakunda ko ne kada de kabiri fon leya. So discipline bolo kono aninka mol reward. Wol bebe jel. Nimmo le ku kendolke aliye reward. Nimmo dole ku jawge aliye police. Baralbe Yunus bulala tenne Yunus will out of all of us, including the Wandifa. Sam for party nyaron kol nyanta sila ba yen jibe ba. Ibe Yunus bulala, Yunus kan na mol marasa aka problème onati. Ni Yunus ya wake, na ko aka Wandifa letinya, wala pour Wandifa se chance bula ala candidate ye, o atanga ni o momoy. Askeno atebo women ke kam bara ate moli ate joko tinyar lalam, dimba malalalam. Sa se kutinya o mariye, même fana be wo mari noma ni wo mari tije menya na tariya se kutinya fana wor sa Yunus be pati yo nyinati nyaka so wala nande ko UDP nyanta wullale kana je ko dabo la nyi accommodation dabo nyanta ku kilam understand na be punishment kono bi wala ala betiati anala sono ya adunde wala tina yankubala statement tenga endorse la 110% ko nyi meta deirine mol me yalon ko e kanyi manya sifaka meta deiri la kolal UDP buka action ta against anybody adum atetano la tengo nyama patio nyanda kukelal bari nga kukelelo nak ya maro e kawkel bari ndefa ngoy sen diata ngalon ko lo ada boy molukan pour ye diamu e dumala ko la fa nyimbula be ko kilinati jan men manke media konoti so that means aka move reach out nole ka fu moluko al tempo bari ni mari man tenko sila be kala amanta no so wala nan ko he's a victim of ala betea anala sonoya so yankubala finto nang ka fo komen ko alinyi men sako nana makewa ba ko manke tinti ala finto nan ka condemn ndema wo condemn ndema wo nyinyande la because nyin kamen fo carrot and stick amanna tinyar la nyin do nyin meta do la ji do ma wok maybe nyanta nyin do fana trial sai because Yunus pabi ya horoma ya punya birana Angleterre aya to fo ya acknowledge ay microphone diala birana Spain ya punya ya horoma audio model ya acknowledge microphone diala si nya fula Yunus ay dara yala man sanji saba make UDP within a very short period of time yenyim be kay UDP la ika consult hanata nun ko na police da da fa mo fa be kala nda fa na dia dibe do ja ko de nyum fo nyama kenye ko ko akonya ko yenko police fenko dole am contribute jele crip kara so that means han dumale ka kon ika consult intellectually contribute sa Yunus lafta UDP mo na kay ko tek so UDP barin ko roge fanana na bula lafta men folo wala ñu ko in summary in parti yo manyana establish in kamako ngabula dron ko men ko no man's lalem ya ona sane nomadic animal malbe taka wonya no there should be reward just like comment there should be punishment amanya na taro ni abula wonyama sama ni yurus ndem fon ka jam tanje sa fo wonta ko make ko so no ni sama kuma do fa nda kapala danga kuma do fa ko woni fa wotinyata anda be nyim bondi la mo jamala ko he is going to bring the worst out of many of us but yo manya na sonna nyinela na fata nyinela ala baraka ba ko to ke fana so
much. Thank you so much, Wonderful. Abaraka. Yeah, brother Ika, inumbara. Welcome.
Abaraka bake, Sifo Sonko Gambia, Kontom bake, Wonderful Kontong Gambia dingol Kontong. I've been behind the scenes so many times, and I believe Mo Jamal will reach out to me, and including journalists that you be coming I'm missing on the social media. Tubabudu Hajole Bejam. And more you go through turbulence and hard times, but we hope it is nothing out of the ordinary coming hajol siata bulumuto keda. Bari Albert discussion o min kekang ajari talenga o conversation also. I really concur vehemently. We need to have this conversation, real conversation. Jama ante fonka safero kele wato dolo people would see me coming online either on Kasa TV or ten Kamaraba official to shape my mind on the discourse regarding Gambia Latanya to Nyimbenyame. But oftentimes when we talk about Dolfango Tamada Mamfango Lapati, let us begin with that because Bao science cool Yulbe Walleto. As far as that is concerned, Mobuka Tambi bara jaukela minka bara kendo ke wala ka jaumake sama ando niya jaumake molu ba lon na kominko kunu ye betema jama bala fanam fonke with the issue of nying flag biarasip kanafo nana maketa la post nying here and there. I have great respect for this guy Nana Maketa, but I am the individual min follow fanga attack nkaya ko ye min fo aron tole awato nyimmansi because mo jamal ke ya kela Tonya niye kuo fo nying nana maketa ku jamal lel fo milia lon koy beteata ay ku kende jamal level bar bi fana nana ta ku fo o molu murtana ko ay ko bi yenyi mem fo o man betea ngamera as Gambians as Africans nyanta lon na call we should not grow beyond apology nyinge ano African wala ka wal akamol batande wala ja the back and forth is not healthy amantara patio makoy kan andunga mantara a certain tribe fana makoy kan banko nyinkang ando wandify da dula mim for wala nyenteko the leadership of the United Democratic Party nyantaka wulle kanyinku sifal address yes most importantly because ndaga safele mfanga ya safele ko the one formidable candidate be along kon sulatala ntenga jube komen ko tonya na flag leadership senko nying inko William Shakes attending yala ya folako insanity nyamati ya mumunity the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and over and you expect a different result so UDP as a party mfanal nyanta graduate from the old same old kabrin 1965 for say be diningol lelbeja tonya keba kumata society kono bari diningol fananing expertise in skill set jamal nata meli along ko nyem flag biarasip nyenenta da mamo I really agree with attending what's the name wonderful memfo wala nyente ko this flag biarasip ko nyin sanying UDP nyanta formula le landi la nyim palaso nyin na ka jube ko ngo molka primary ke nyaming in ila running mates will fangot be na you also select wo it will be healthy so that to put a stop to mol milba falako jamale mo la flag be nko UDP party to be a lonko a warata bakele ala waro nyimmo kende jamale beje if I account for more willy killing milia lonko they are potential candidate but dollar difference over Lila on the fact that Konko we want anybody but Adama Barrow na Bangkoka, but not only anybody fanang UDP fananyanta kakaranne. Na karamo minke ya jamneto nga karamo minke Adama Barrow to man la fi o mistake o nyena soto kotenke to select anybody because
very key point. Very key point. Very key point.
yeah, because woka wol nyanta kala nya wala dala wala kendiko hada madingon ka karan tariko lela tariko nyin kan karan dimin na wala nyinti ko kunun ye mistake ko ke damin to be enyanta evolve la out of your shell you learn from that you open a new page kana o mistake ko nyin repeat ko tangen ni woten nko the trend kata nyaming okay ba on tolbe mu UDP that is the party me along control be subscribe tala bari nimman hakilo to tenten ka 2026 min ngaba wo 2026 it would be a lost cause in the sense that ko mobe la feta fankela sula kumpangolet nko en tolbe diamunde nyimpati yokono because nte I say anything as far as the truth is concerned nte ka fole nka faraba nyantanne nte boda ko mafa babantan bari nka faraba nyantale ka to nyante buka o sika iko nka to nya minfo atonya nyin is so obvious ngeleta akula baba bake but at the end of the day mfauna talanga telefono tikani usenda bodia mutanka ko nko ntama maslaha soto de maslaha soto in the sense that ko tonya be daming wala munyenti ko nko ni mo corruption o monete wala mtilimbalia ni wo tilimbalia keta ngi mari lo monele yeta mansanyato mansaye soronga e kuluro leyakan bari ninta funtitan ko molu kanyin corruption olo abuse of office anin ku jawol mimbe selective justice member na Bangkoka puri kana wo sifa nyenke ko den ni gon teka inte director bakale maybe wobe mollel bondilan ko nko ni wobe molu bondila UDP support wala wato man molu man la fisiratal mustaqim asiro ando in the Gambia 97 to 98 point something percent wolko e beke yaka alhamdulillah Allahu akbar dino la wala mtilimo anin siratal mustaqim but at the end of the day Mimbe kerim patio nyinka niye na maketa e minfaron tale. He is wrong. Andum na kebale matin kai kongo. Ye man sakunda jamal hold accountable in this country. Ka jube ebe tilimbali al minke be kuma jawo when they misspoke. When they misspoke, you come and here for a coming call wisdom teje anung charisma fana mantara ko nyinko na bi. Eta mo kilio ni nata you misspoke for some other reason. Pa o molbe pati yokono. UDP is a diverse party. Momo can nakin the Mandinko party like Etamari, you are insincere, you are disingenuous, and you are very dishonest. Uomo kulete miala lota. But moving forward, nyantaka minsoto wala mnyenteko mfangolo yake demokrat tiba. Mo jama be nyentu adu Bangkoka ko ifaye ko ha democrats o le munte ni yemuntelte nka mol tolerate le but they are very intolerant. Because ni nata ni a mistake or can you ye diamo yena apology can no, they ended up back and forth here and there, and that is not healthy. Woman ke personal growth mominity kabiribe Gambia Bangkoka ye karamboga kabirin grade 1, primary 1 katafu primary 6 ye common entrance ke na 4 fast forward B even America Jam Bangkoka and alhamdulillah you are serving in the most respectable army of the world. Everything bele so marry you are not only a nobody, you are somebody because you can come all for more jamala ke ya kela and ni kuma kan do for more nata the pico it a more manding quality and you yourself you are branding the same UDP party ka for womu mandinka party or is constituting as a cult modo lafita ka ke mandinka party yalon that does not pass the test of truth. Woman ke tonyati because aba kendela ko party ke balu ila doku kendol min ya beke nyim party yokono wo doku wala be kole ala yemin be doku sanji mwanen feng amonta ko one statement ye fonte doro wo doku kendo nyim be tinya nyanta kan hakilo tuola More make a mistake, okay, including myself. But Yankuba Dabo and Mimford Montana Fango. You see, Nina Montana different sort with people. At the end of the day, Bialambe America Jan, Mr. Trump Wulita, immigrants will buy the million a crime market. And don't nana market and bebe banko tanja. But the sitting governor of Los Angeles, Funditala Tandiko. Mr. Trump a violation because a manyanka National Guard ke deploy yetao. Every state in America here, they fansun tamandirinya lel soto. And what tamandirinya near the moli and yimbanko respect tamandirinya lebeje because institutional lelbeja mili alonko ikatama they are working. So new woman sitting governor woe diamo fo ako Mr. Trump I nyiminke a rontale. So equally Mr. Yankuba Dabo I mean for kasitije nko nimu mandinkote sove ya tandile ko mandinkolle siata Gambia Bangkoka. But more the searing Gambia Bangkoka million lonko day in day out they want to vilify ka mandinkol doya ke caricature ka kuma ba for intolngalo na kombe. Hello?
Okay. Now Mole call. It sounds like somebody calls you.
No, moment call.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Mandinko, they constitute a very good chunk of the population according to national census na Bangkoka. But in Nabelari Wonyama, Manyanka Geto, Molu Nila Kitaka Palato Soto, a Mandinko use to get them to office. But in Nata office Okone Kanasi, Kaomandika killing all the doy. Uncle in tribe issue, tribe movement is very dynamic and very unique. More, this shows the beauty of us. Tajube ko etemu jolaleti, etemu sarahulelti, etemu fuloleti. Nung mandingkol sulata ngaken one of my program let. Kata ni mon lako nka nonol soto jamal lebol ngamera fulolem because of